You ready for this? Yeah, are you ready? Okay, so today is March 1st, 2019. I'm going to sit down and do the chance procedures to decide when and where I will be performing the John Cage composed improvisation for Snare Drum Alone this month. So, first of all, I'm going to generate the date. And it's telling me the 10th, so I will be performing on March 10th. That is a Sunday. And then for location, are you ready? He's waiting with bated breath. Sorry, not looking. For location, I will be performing, okay, so I'm going to be performing in Shuck, which is our recital hall. But now, what I specifically wrote is, so none of the performances are supposed to take place on any stages. So I will find a place somewhere else in the hall, like say maybe the seating or in the balcony somewhere, to perform the work. All right, so look for that on March 10th, and then a couple days ahead of time, as always, I will post the chance procedures for the design of this month's edition of the piece. Okay, so today is March 9th, 2019. I'll be carrying out the procedures with which to design this month's version of Cage's composed improvisation for Snare Drum Alone. A little bit of business, a little bit of bookkeeping, I should say first. I did not think to really check into the availability of Shuck, the location I was going to record for tomorrow the 10th. It is not available, so I've taken that out. I have a list of some replacement, a couple options in here of things that I feel pretty confident with on short notice would be open. So I'm going to pick a new location, and that location is going to be in a classroom. So specifically in the Dobbins building where I work, we have 3 different buildings, and so I'll be in Dobbins in a classroom, and Shuck for now goes back into the pile. Okay, so now, as is normal for these procedures, it's time to pick out the timestamps. Excuse me. So my first 2 timestamps are 1 minute and 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So picking out 2 more, they have to be after 1 minute. And I have chosen 4 minutes and then 4 minutes and 45 seconds. So what that means is that the 3 movements, the first movement will be a minute long. The last movement will be from 4 minutes and 45 seconds until the 8-minute mark, with the second movement being 1 to 3:45 to 4 to 4:45 as far as time. All right, so as I've done the last few times, I'm going to generate 3 sets with which to come up with the number of events in each movement. And so the results are: in the first movement, 3 events. In the second movement, 1 event. And in the third movement, 8 events. So just like last month, I'm going to do 2 different actions to get the commands of not more than or not less than and the number between 1 and 64. So let's start off with the integer sets. So here they are. So there's the numbers for all 12 events for this month. And then for the coin flipper, let's say that not more than is heads and not less than is tails. So not more than is heads, not less than is tails. So the results of those 2 actions are the first 3 events: not more than 36, not more than 41, not more than 5. In the second movement, there's 1 event, not more than 40. In the final movement, there are 8 events: not less than 62, not less than 38, not less than 18, not less than 10, not more than 37, not more than 45, not more than 16, not more than 39. Okay, so since I am performing in a classroom now, what I've decided to do is customize what I'm striking with a little bit. So for a couple of these, I've included what you'd normally find in a classroom: a pencil, a pen, marker, or ruler, and then a couple of very classic drum set striking agents: sticks, mallets, brush, and rods. So let's randomize this to get a random listing. So that's going to be the numbers 1 through 8, And so now let's get an integer set for the 12 events. And a reminder, 9 will be using my hand. And there we have it. Let's do the left hand is the first number, right hand is the second number. So finally, those results are going to be in the first movement, 3 events again, using hot rod and hand, ruler, then brush, marker, then stick. Let's make that a dry erase marker, a good tone. Second movement, hot rod and pencil. And then the final movement, a reminder, 8 events, brush and stick, rod and hand, mallet, then dry erase marker, brush, then hand, marker and stick, hot rod and hand, hot rod and stick, and brush and pen, ink pen. All right, so let's do these last couple of tasks quickly. I'm going to do the coin flipper generator to do snares on or off. So let's do heads is on, tails is off, and it's telling me, flipping 3 random coins, heads, heads, tails. So that means snares are going to be on for the first 2 movements and off for the final movement. Okay, so now I'm going to ask the coins, the virtual coins of this universe, if I'm going to cover the head of the snare drum. So will I cover the head? Heads is no, tails is yes, flipping more coins randomly. Tails, tails, tails. I'm going to cover the head in every single one of these. Okay, so we're going to have 4 different options here. Number 1 is normal paper. Number 2 is going to be a newspaper. 3, I'm going to put an eraser or maybe more on the head. And number 4, a towel, as we have done before. So let's see. The first movement, the number I'm getting is a 4, so that's going to be towel. Second movement is going to be paper. That was a 1. And the third movement, I got a 2, so that's going to be newspaper. Okay, so look for that tomorrow, March 10th. I guess I already knew that tomorrow is the 10th. And I hope you enjoy this month's edition.